Like we saw yesterday from Carrier, but GuGer isn't Carrier. Carrier is the only one that's really made us feel like Lux is one of those power picks towards the bottom lane. In the support position, now a lot of pressure on GuGer to demonstrate the same thing up against the far more, I guess, consistent laner in the Karma. As it is going to be the Croc in the middle. I like it a lot.
Yeah. And early on in the lane, Zoe is going to be... Oh, never mind. We're going to switch it up. The Croc is going top. And again, we did see the Croc do well against GP in recent times, so they're okay with that. They're going to throw ShowMaker onto the Jayce, which he shouldn't be any stranger to, even though it's, you know, not super often pick. He does have one win on the Jayce so far.
Yep, played it a bit so far this season, but also played it a lot in previous seasons. I'll have a look at the stats. Exactly, it was him and Chovy that were really making the Jayce mid lane look very, very strong. I find it curious that they didn't go for the swap, although I guess Renekton has a hard time locking down a Zoe, so maybe that's why. Just give ShowMaker a little bit more lane presence. And getting lane control is definitely important in mid lane.
Yeah, the Renekton can have a fun time in a longer lane, like running down the GP. That's kind of what we saw the last time we saw this matchup, whereas the Zoe can kind of flash away from the Renekton and be okay and use her range to abuse. So the Jayce definitely going to be a powerhouse in the mid lane. Don't sleep on that one either. As GuGer trying his hand at Lux. We're seeing this pick come in more and more often. Curious to see if he can effectively support the Ashe as well as he did in game number 1.
Yeah, his Thresh was very good, so certainly got his eye in. As DAMWON, we're all boosting it towards the bottom lane. They might find GuGer on his way in, who's taken Ignite on the Lux. Surprising, as I believe DAMWON do see the ward. They're unable to actually take it down, as they will just slink back into their jungle. So nothing, no early shenanigans here. As pretty badass skin for the Gangplank towards the top side.
That's a very cool sword.
Yep. Just to check in with ShowMaker and his Jayce mid, he's 100% win rate over 3 games. In the LCK of all time.
Yeah.
Doesn't include Challenger, so we can't really go back too far. But yeah, definitely making things work. 11 KDA, if that means anything to anyone.
Mm-hmm. We have 3 Scorches here. This is something we always look for, but it makes sense for the Jayce and the Karma. I feel the Zoe taking it is always questionable. I mean, there's going to be a lot of times where the Zoe can do some nice little poke, just like you saw there. But will it offer more than the Gathering Storm if this game does go later? And maybe he's saying, well, if we lose to DAMWON in the early game, we're probably going to lose the game anyway. So let me try to get an early lead and go from there. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, deokdam actually utilizing this pressure onto GuGer very effectively to get some damage onto Ghost bottom side. But you can see the minion wave in control of DAMWON. Something that you can certainly afford with the Karma, who will help push much better than a shield-first Lux. Dynamic's still going to have a fair bit of power, and their lockdown is going to be very reliable once they hit a few extra levels, especially level 6 for the Ashe. Okay, that's a bit of a miss from BeryL, and an opportunity here for Dynamics.
Yeah.
Ghost just getting whittled down by this bottom lane.
BeryL is not a Karma player. As we talked about, he likes Bard, he likes Pantheon. Apparently, he also has played Sejuani.
Yep, Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy comes in. He's got a lot of weird picks. Karma's not one of them. And it'll be curious to see how he does on that selection.
Ooh, okay. Nuguri getting chunked here by Rich, who finds yet another parlay to the back of the Croc's head. And this is something that we talk about. We are going to have Cull the Meek for Nuguri, so he's going to be able to manage his health bar quite nicely. And Rich has gone through all of his corrupting potions, so you can see that's probably why he's faring a bit better based on the health bars.
Early game, it's not fun for the Gangplank. As you get a couple of items, you can begin to poke a little bit better. Obviously, Parlay Harass is going to be nice, but the Renekton can shoot through that, as Canyon and Beyond have butted heads again here.
Yeah, Beyond does have the pillar on cooldown, but he will be able to secure the bottom Rift Scuttler. Canyon should be able to make it to the top one. As you can see, the Renekton moving on over to make sure that that can be a guarantee. Oh, actually, it's going to be the Krug camp, and you can see Nuguri, he's actually going to take that one away for himself. So not going to let them get double scuttled. But Canyon wanted to be able to make sure that he got the full clear of his jungle complete as early as possible. As ShowMaker, oh, Kuzan just demonstrating some exemplary Zoe play in the mid lane.
Yes.
You pick up a redemption, and that's how you tell your opponent that you're just a better Zoe.
It's very true. ShowMaker is a good Zoe in his own time. He gets redemption and Protobelt very often.
All the time.
So Kuzan's, just trying to play up to his level, essentially, and doing a decent job of that so far with his first redemption.
Ow. GuGer taking a lot of damage there.
The Lux is really squishy, and the poke is going to be a lot more effective from the Karma. The level 1 and level 2 were definitely won because of the Ashe, but we'll see how this one does scale. As here's Canyon in the top lane again.
Yep, Nuguri grabs that cannon creep, as now we're just looking for it. No oranges to be eaten just yet, and that is a very dead a very dead Gangplank, and First Blood once again hand-delivered on a silver platter to Nuguri. I think maybe teams are going to have to consider banning away the Renekton Nidalee combo from this team, because they look like they're pretty consistent in getting these leads.
Yeah, and the fact that Nuguri is picking it so often really early as well is just showing that he's like, well...
I mean, this is the LPL strat, right? You pick Renekton super early so that you can counterpick for another lane in your last couple of picks in the draft. On blue side or on red side, it doesn't actually really matter. That is a decent snare. GuGer has to flash, though, as Ghost getting on forward. Flashing on in. Nuguri is going to join the battle as well, and he'll help lock down deokdam, but not before Ghost is eliminated. It's 3-1 in the end, but deokdam has, his Ashe is good, guys. It's just unfortunate that the rest of Dynamics haven't been able to step up alongside him.
Yeah, it's very true. And Nuguri just all over the map once again. He's really angry he didn't get the player of the game in game number 1. He says, well, let me show you what I can do this time around, as he is making that pick look so strong here. He's going to lose some of this. It is a cannon wave, so he's not going to lose too much, but...
He might lose a melee and maybe the cannon. Yeah, I think otherwise it'll be absolutely fine.
Says he doesn't have heal.
얘 망했다. 이거 텔 없는 건데.
Yeah, talking about the oranges, I think, yeah.
And that made it a pretty straightforward kill. I think even if GP has oranges and flashes away, I think he still dies, to be honest. They could just follow up flash. He was so out of position.
If the next spear lands, then absolutely.
I mean, even if it doesn't, he just came in behind and started autoing him, and he was so low already. It was, he was so far down the lane that he was just really, he felt too safe because of his ward. And
also really desperate to get the lane crashes. Nuguri back towards the top side. A couple of extra daggers here building towards his Blade of the Ruin King, as he's going to zone the Gangplank away from his barrel. And Spear will connect Canyon once again, hanging around top lane as this wave crashes in.
I want BeryL to play GP one game.
All right, the Renekton's going to start this one off. We'll see whether they can actually get it in time as Nuguri slicing out, and Tribute's going to keep him alive. Cannon Barrage. Just, yep, unfortunately, that ship just a bit late with its cannons. And this is over. This top lane is just SOS in every single way possible.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a little bit scary for the GP. This is what can happen.
All right, Beyond is going to find Canyon here, flashing out. Press the attack Trundle, remember, and if you're in melee range, it's a rough time as Nuguri is doing his best Singed impression in between the turrets.
Oh, poor Rich, man. He's losing so much CS. It's 80 to 36. He's got less than half.
And he has nowhere near any items. He has a Fairy Charm. Yeah. What is this going to be? Tier Gangplank? Just to represent his feelings? I don't think so.
Just stack the tears and sit in the fountain.
Yeah, it's one of those items that you can just build, by the way, guys, just for the extra mana regen, and then you sell it. The resale value is actually not awful if it's going to help you stick around in lane a little bit longer.
And Nuguri has a completed Blade of the Ruin King at 8 minutes. So this lane is over, okay? Even if Beyond is there, they can probably be 2 die, okay? This is that level of over.
It's 2,000 gold in the lead. He's got... His lead is almost as much as all of what Rich has.
Yeah. It's,
that's like double his gold. Oh, God.
It's pretty gross up there in the top side.
Mega gross.
And you can see that beyond, yes, he's going to come in here. It's going to be 3v2 down the bottom side. He will take the red, but
Arrow.
that was
Okay.
a little bit strange. They're never really going to be able to jump the wall there. As, meanwhile, always look at the minimap, guys. Canyon's up here. He's doing the Rift Herald. So this is a amazing trade for the side of DAMWON, even though Team Dynamics did get the Cloud Drake.
Oh, God.
Doesn't really matter.
Blade of the Rune King active still available here.
They're going to dive him again, I think.
As Rich misses a cannon creep to add insult to injury.
Nuguri's pretty low, but...
Yeah, there's the Dominus. As we get the slice,
Oh, no!
There's the dice, and there's an extraordinarily dead Gangplank. This camp is just not what you want. As ShowMaker going to move real fast with that phase rush, flashes over the wall. Kuzan going to follow him. And there's the flash, picks up a whole bunch of sparkles.
Oh!
It's Kuzan! He is going to burn down. No! The last tick wasn't enough, and the Zoe survives.
Well, for now.
Canyon, spear is going to land onto Beyond.
Oh,
Almost gets him with
Lunans!
the runic echoes. As, yep, there he goes. Falls down in the end as now Canyon looking for the double kill. He should be able to. Subjugate does come in though. Spear connects and, yep, that's the execute. Meanwhile, Nuguri is taking inner turret's top lane.
Look at the top lane.
Oh my god, it's so over.
Hey,
BeryL's
they
gonna
got a
die,
kill.
so there is a consolation kill in the bottom lane. As I think this was the duo queue. deokdam and GuGer, they were the duo queue
Yeah.
on the red side this game. And
Up
they're
against
like,
Nuguri
guys,
and Canyon.
just stop dying and we'll carry.
Well, they're up against the better duo queue that's actually smurfing in silver.
Yeah, exactly.
Up here in the top side. As Rich is, I mean, at this point, it's like he can't even be under turret.
This is
don't
like
even need Canyon. He does it alone.
Yeah, it's the essence of Dyrus treatment, man. Like, it's just so rough
Yeah.
for this guy.
This is a nice follow-up. I mean, Beyond's looking for anything that he can get. He knows the top lane is done, so he's not even going there. And actually gets a nice little kill here on a ShowMaker, but then they know that the Nidalee is fast, and they try to back here in this brush. I think they should have just gone mid and tried to run as... Oh, Beyond died.
Yeah, he's dead. We don't need to play-by-play that one, I don't think, as Canyon gets chunked by Kuzan. Kuzan, another quiet performer here, as deokdam is going to find BeryL. Hawk shot. Spots him out as now Canyon looking to try and steal away this blue buff, and without the jungler, I think they will be able to do that. ShowMaker looking for some plates in the mid lane. Just, he needs to set the table for when he gets home, potentially fairly early once again.
Yeah.
Here for DAMWON.
Nuguri and Canyon are trying their best to send ShowMaker home as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
They're good brothers.
Okay, Caulfield's Warhammer actually
Oh, no.
completed here for Nuguri is Rich is dead again. No
He has
surprise.
flash.
Yeah, well, Blade of the Rune King was used. He's just slicing, dicing, having just a really good time, but Rich gets himself into the brush here.
Run away.
Big, scary crocodile is still chasing. ShowMaker wanting some of the gold.
Nuguri is 3.3k gold ahead of his top laner.
Oh, the sneaky devil.
Wow.
As he's still out of vision, by the way, guys.
This is, you know, he's very good at running.
That was cute.
Props.
That was real cute. Even gets back to the minion wave. There's no turret, so Rich is gonna have to run.
Nuguri's still chasing him.
Oh man.
Never ends.
Yeah, Nuguri doesn't have flash, Rich does, so Rich is gonna be a bit safer. But he's still 50 CS behind at 12 minutes. And Shock Blasts are now starting to hurt. In that mid lane also, very close to a Rod of Ages. We'll see when Canyon's going to be able to complete that. He's 4-0-2 on the Nidalee, which is pretty good.
Might get some votes from media because he's got that one extra kill. So definitely got to look out for that when it does come to the player of the game vote. But
I'm not going to lie,
aside,
I think Canyon almost deserves
jokes
it.
aside, it's both of them again.
Yeah, right.
It's the two of them coming together, and Canyon's timing on the gank was good.
And if you remember, it was actually the player of the game from summer of 2019 was Canyon, in fact, who has now started to step up towards the end of 2020 as well.
I remember when... Oh,
all right, that's a large amount of buttons pressed onto Ghost, who is going to Arcane Shift out, flashes, Canyon comes on over, and is going to be able to keep him alive. Now, Nuguri has found the Ashe. The Gangplank does manage to get the kill on the Ezreal, but GuGer, he's trying to jump off Summoner's Rift right now. He's trying to get it out, but you actually can't press the buttons over that wall. And so Alcove or no, the Lux is well and truly dead. So a 2-for-1, as Ghost did also fall, as we're going to have a look at the replay here of Beyond falling down. Good avoidance there of the spear, but we know what's going to happen. As the bubble missing, I think, was the last nail.
I don't know why he's turning around there. Like, he is very far behind. He's up against the Nidalee. Kind of countered himself in the jungle pick, which we were talking about in the draft. All this damage, and Ghost was still able to survive. Gets healed here at the last second, would have died to last tick, and then gets killed by GT anyway.
He got very close to getting out of the way there, but
had to use the cannon barrage at least, as Renekton is just, I mean, this is like the Godzilla movie where Godzilla wins.
Yeah.
Are there any movies like that?
any
Godzilla movies where Godzilla just destroys the city and like is happy at the end?
I mean, Godzilla's like a good guy in one of them.
Like,
yeah,
what is
Godzilla
this?
just absolutely tearing the
What is
apple. I
this?
don't know why there was a flash as Nuguri just walks up and kills him with Dominus in the end. The Gangplank also dies to the top side. As like we were talking about, that Rod of Age is already completed here from Canyon. He is mega far ahead, and this game is as over as it can possibly be. It's 15 minutes and there's an 8,000 gold lead. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those DAMWON games, Atlas. It's.
I mean, the surrender vote at the moment is unanimous, 100%, as the arrow is going to glide gracefully away. And now beyond, he's going to man his inner turret.
He
and,
dodged.
Isn't necessarily safe there.
He dodged so much, and he used flash, but he still couldn't get away.
I mean, there's 4 people here, right? Like, it's just...
It's the DAMWON bulldozer right now.
Mm-hmm.
We are...
It's 11,000 gold. True Shot Barrage, deokdam, he has to leave. He's extraordinarily low. More spears being looked for on the backside there from Canyon. And, yeah. I mean, Rich is about to get Flame Horizon by Nuguri at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And look, like, Nuguri's also building, like, lethality, snowball Renekton as well.
It's cute that they think they can fight Renekton.
I know, right?
You can't. You can't. It's not going to happen, guys.
That burst damage is just
Look at how many...
repugnant.
His autos are doing, like...
Yeah, it's like lethality Renekton. Oh, God.
Insane amounts of damage every single auto. And... yeah, they're just bullying them under turrets. They're diving too.
Oh, he's
Doesn't
building
really
a blade of the... It's a Black Cleaver now.
Yeah.
That's no fun. I saw the extra...
Should have built an Infinity Edge.
ShowMaker's going to find Beyond. Flashes the pillar, but Rich is going to turn up, and ShowMaker does at least take the blue buff. It's a good pillar. 5,000 gold is Nuguri's advantage. So there's that stat. Yeah. Now Nuguri just casually walking past these 2 solo laners, and Rich is going to get flashed on and murdered. This is just...
I almost cursed there.
It's so rough. Oh, in he goes again, underneath the turret, culling the Meek. And Nuguri says, it's my damn player of the game. Come on, media, vote for me.
Well, he's got the most kills now.
All right, in goes BeryL. He's flashing forward. And the Shock Blast also going to connect. The Life Binding's pretty good there from GuGer defensively. But still, Dynamics are relegated to their fountain at 17 minutes into the game.
This is the least fun game that Team Dynamics has ever played.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll tell you that right now in pro play. This does not feel good. As the losing team, man, this is decimation. It's not even close.
This is just... yeah. Okay, so the minion wave gets cleared out in the mid lane.
Just keep pushing.
There's that.
Got Shirley.
Oh god, they do that? What? Where is she?
Yeah, I think Canyon has her.
Oh no. I didn't see the golden pause. As Nuguri is going to put down a control ward. He's trying to get out of here. There's the slow. No flash available, remember, as now GuGer wants to find the light binding, and he walks into it. But now, Rich is in trouble. Final Spark will pick up the kill. And all of that juicy gold goes to the support Lux. All right, and deokdam also gets the big popcorn chicken. The comeback. Oh no, don't think so. Not just yet.
8-1 now. Unacceptable. Could have had a perfect KDA, but now I might just have to vote for Ghost.
Yeah.
This game.
No, it's ShowMaker.
Yeah. Well,
0-1.
look at him. He's just running fast. And let's listen to what he has to say. I'm very curious how he's feeling about all this.
Huh?
That's our translation, by the way, guys.
Yeah. And just means, yeah, basically, you know, like,
Yep. Basically means yes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
And then he gets killed.
Yeah, he does. He's not too
They
worried
took
about
down
it, though.
Godzilla in the end.
Yeah.
This is the happy ending, right, Team Dynamics?
He's back, by the way. And he also has a Black Cleaver now and a second Vampiric Scepter. Death's Dance most likely being built towards. And the Renekton's massive. As is ShowMaker, just quietly. Landing 3-man Shock Blasts.
Yeah. Just doing his thing. And Dominic, you could tell they're pretty angry they didn't end the game before at 17 minutes, so they're going to try to end it here at 19 minutes. Let's see if they can do it, Atlas. I'm pretty confident
Yeah,
they can, actually.
I think that if there's any lead that you can finish a game before 20 minutes on, it's probably a lead like this, but 20 seconds until that dream becomes less of a reality. As Dynamics, everyone's alive, but they're bleeding out underneath their Nexus turrets as they're desperately trying to get rid of these minions. Super creeps starting to make their way up the bottom lane. As you can see, DAMWON, they're just like, well, not going to push in just yet. Let's wait for the creeps. As Baron's going to spawn, and they may just take it right now.
Yeah, they can if they want. They could just go back and push again if they feel like it. But you could tell that they were a little apprehensive about just straight up diving turrets, even from this far ahead. Don't want to give anything over to the side of team. Oh no.
Oh no. This is
where
literally-
Godzilla comes out of the jungle instead of the
This is
instead
what
out of the
saltwater
ocean.
crocodiles do, dude. They
Yeah.
they wait in the reeds and then they sprint out.
Oh.
And there he goes. This is now a nature documentary. The gazelle getting absolutely obliterated by the lion. However, the poacher is going to come through with a huge arrow of destiny. As Nuguri's going to be able to take down the barrel and he'll get out. So the crocodile lives, but as does the gazelle. And yes, in this story, Gangplank is a gazelle.
We're saving the endangered species over here in the LCK.
Sometimes
so many Gangplanks have been killed.
Like, listen to David Attenborough talking about these animals that are definitely about to die, and they're really cute. Thankfully, this time around, it was a good news story. But when you're talking about the Gangplank as a gazelle, a helpless creature, then that's certainly a game state that you don't want if you're a Dynamics fan. As BeryL, he's going to do the best that he can to get Beyond out of here, but it's ShowMaker that does most of that work. Now looking for another Shock Blast that'll kill Beyond, as the Baron should be taken. Beyond not going to get speared.
Look at ShowMaker looking for the angle.
Final Spark comes in, and yeah, Beyond is just going to be taken down, so there's no more smites. And it was level 13 to, I think, level 10, so it doesn't even really matter. It was never 50-50 because the smite did an extra approximately 200 damage. It's Canyon over the top. ShowMaker here trying to corral. They don't have vision.
I loved the Hunter ShowMaker looking for the angle.
Yeah.
Trying to take down the troll.
There's poachers on both sides.
I know.
Nuguri walking in. Loosen Singularity just to slow down the minion wave, but this Nexus turret's dead. Oh, and DAMWON will crash through, take this one down. It's 22 minutes into the game, and it's well and truly over. 14,000 gold is the lead. That gold lead at 20 stat that we saw before is only going to be inflated now as Arrow, nicely avoided by DAMWON. And I don't think Dynamics have any chance of stopping this. You can see that Nexus turret is not long for the world. Flash forward there from Nuguri. He'll take whichever target he can get, and he'll look at the Lux first. And just crashes on through. BeryL will probably die, but he flashes out, and he's going to keep himself alive. The Inspired Shield comes in. Nuguri, huge healing as he slices, dices, and chops up the Pirate. Ghost just trying to land some Mystic shots, and they're going to give up on the Nexus for the moment. They want to be able to grab as many kills as they can. ShowMaker misses the Shock Blast, though, and that's going to be that. DAMWON with a very swift 2-0.